Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Suzuka for our qualifying today for ERF GT Challenge 2024. So we are a couple of minutes away from the qualifying session itself. So all drivers are in the lobby. That's a good thing. Just final preparations ready. In the meantime, I can give you a little bit of leaderboards, standings. You see, we have for the individuals, the drivers, we have Philo leading and Xavi in P2, but we heard that Philo probably is not racing final round, so there's still something to play for the Eric's driver. More important, probably the team championship points. There we have the TDR Racing team leading the championship. Clockwork Motorsport sitting in P2 and Eric's Racing currently in P3. Gaps are still kind of close, I guess. So not everything is decided, and you see the rest of the teams with their scores and the results for each of the completed rounds so far. So yeah, this weekend, round 6 at Suzuka, and then in December we have 8 hours in California at Laguna Seca. Oh, let's bring up the lobby for you. Here we go. Let's see the teams, the cars, etc. And we also have, as usual, a lovely spotter's guide. Mr. T, again, fabulous job with creating those spotter's guides for you. Link is in the Discord as usual if you want to grab them, put it onto your screen, whatever. But let's actually see the racing cars on the track. So qualifying, again a 20-minute qualifying session and then a 10-minute super pole afterwards to decide the pole position, front row, and all that good stuff. So just waiting for the qualifying procedure to start. Then we're good to go. So again, top 7 go through to the Super Pole. So this is the most important thing for this qualifying session. Number 1, get into the top 7. It is. And wow, is it a year already? I think we were there with some, I don't know, GTC cars last time around, if I'm not mistaken. But in like our main series, yeah. It's been a while, definitely. Right, so we should be ready to start the qualifying session. So good luck, everyone. And lap times mid to low 58s by the look. Could be time for pole. What about top 7? What's the cutoff time? So I reckon the top 7 will be within 5 to 6 tenths. So maybe a low 59 will be enough. We'll find out in roughly 20 minutes time. And let's have a look at the cars on track. So for Suzuka, our master of BOP Philo did some magic in the background and presented a new BOP, a new challenge for the teams to set up their cars. One addition is the fact you need to use the racing soft tires during the race. This also affects your setup, of course, because with the given specs and the performance points, you have to find a setup that is also working on those soft tires, not just on the prime medium tires that will be used probably predominantly for this race. But yeah, using the racing softs definitely adds a little bit of a twist to this round, and we will evaluate then after this round if the BOP will stay the same for Laguna Seca or if we will need to adjust it. Maybe there's also a GT7 update incoming, which will screw the entire BOP again. Who knows? Who knows? But let's go. We have the first car on the flying lap. We go on board. We go with Incredibile. Nissan GTR on home soil in Japan. Through the S's we go. Easy. No drama so far. Looks exit of the S's. A little bit wide onto the grass, and there goes your quick lap time. So we carry on into the first of the Degnas. Degna 1. Brake, second one. Accelerate under the bridge into the hairpin. We go. Round the kink. Brake the end of the curve into the hairpin. Early on the power. We go slightly uphill towards Spoon Curve. Now braking for the double left-hander outside again. Bring it back to the inside. Early on the power again to get the run up towards 130R. We go, so uphill, uphill, uphill. All the power you can get now is important. We'll see. 130R. Is a lift needed? Yeah, in GT3. It's a slight lift still. Some massive speed. Braking for the Casio triangle. Don't cut too much on the entry. Also stay within the limits on the exit. And then let's go for a run. That's a 2-minute. Let's say a banker lap, a warm-up lap. Jay Lee for GT Finland Racers with a 58.6. That is already a very good lap time, I reckon, to set the tone for the qualifying. Might be enough already to make it through qualifying 1 into Super Pole. Xavi as well in the Ferrari. 58.66 and another 6. Fresh for Tavanello Racing. 59.1. This could be close, I reckon. And Noah Terrace for Clockwork Motorsports. 59.4 currently. Dylan. CLRA Racing number 12. Audi R8. Winners from the previous round at Trans Hatch. We have Obelix, a new driver for Transatlantic Racing. T3 with a little bit of a lag apparently in the lobby. 58.8. And we have Yupe with a slow lap, burning some fuel, probably the same as Philo and maybe also Piscina. Not sure about that. So we saw Philo doing the same thing at Trans Hatch last time around, like circling around the track, not doing quick lap times at all, just burning a little bit of fuel, and then on the final 2-3 minutes he started to pick up that pace again. So he's sitting in P13, but Philo definitely someone to be expected in the top 7 for the Super Bowl. So keep that in mind. Christina with a 58.5. Alright, Jay Lee also 0.5. Xavi still with that 6. And P4 Transatlantic Racing Porsche. Obelix fresh in P5. Noah Terrace in P6. A 59.0. And Dylan currently sitting in P7 with a 59.5. But we all know Philo is circling at the back of the grid. So the cutoff time at the moment 59.0 to get into the Super Bowl later on. So it's 7 minutes in, 13 minutes ago. Oh, Philo now improved early. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Didn't look like that, but from the Deltas. But he's not wasting that much time by the looks. Needs to get into the rhythm probably to just to be sure. 58.7. We see Yupe in that AMG for CLRA Racing. Just a 10th behind P7 at the moment. We have Beetlejuice for GT Finland Racers, the second car, the 67. Also not too far behind Dylan. What the number 12? 59.5 at the moment. Needs to find half a second roughly to bring it a bit further up the order. So top 11 within a second. And I'm pretty sure some people still haven't set their best lap time. We have damage on the 95 car, front and rear, so we will see them pitting, I guess, now to repair that. Let's have a look. Visual Racer for the number 7 Huracan. 2 minutes. Needs to find at least, I don't know, a second, even more, to get close to the top 7. Storm Pacer as well, not dropped into the 59s. And our team Grain in P12 fixed the damage. Outlap again for that BMW. That's Spider GT Racing, if I'm not mistaken. And Dylan still sitting in P11. Incredibile P10, a 0.2 Beetlejuice. And Jupe is still outside of the top 7. Noir and Terrace with that 59.09 still holding on to that P7. Fresh in P6 for Taranello. Philo in 5th. Again with a slow lap. Very slow lap. Xavi in 4th. Still with that 666. Obelix for Transatlantic Racing 620. J-Lee 550 and Christina 543. Oh, very close gaps between the top 5 to 10th, separating those drivers. And now Philo, again having set that banker lap, now burning some fuel, but looks fresh, improved up to P5. Incredibile improved as well, still outside in P8 with less than a 10th to find. Still 9 minutes to go in this first qualifying session. Those gaps P7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's basically nothing. So who is up for some improvement? Jupe not on the outlap, of course. So Clockwork Motorsports, the 56, sitting on that hot seat still. Wait for the sector time to appear if it's worth. Oh, purple! Purple for the pink car. Here we go. Let's see, coming out of the hairpin in that BMW M6. Looking good. Coming round. Spoon curve. We'll see if it's still purple, or at least an improvement on the personal best. It is personal best. We saw Xavi into pole position. Coming round the final turn, will we see a 58.8, but it's given them quite a margin now. So top 7 within half a second currently. Oh, suddenly Incredibile, Jupe and Beetlejuice need to find 3.5 tenths. Dylan still sitting in P11 for the number 12. And Sparta GT in P12, 59.7. Stone Pacer for the second. Clockwork Motorsports still trying to get the sub 2-minute lap time. And same goes for Visual Racer at the moment. So just over 6 minutes to go. Xavi, Christina, J-Lee, Obelix, Fresh, Distinct Philo and Noir and Terrace, the top 7 currently, and I'm not sure if they can feel comfortable. 3 tenths, it's a nice gap. Incredibile using some fresh tires for that final push. So what about the Jupe and Beetlejuice? Jupe down in the first sector. That Let's see if we can get an updated time for Beetlejuice. Purple after the Dagnars, heading into the hairpin. So that's roughly 4/10 Beetlejuice needs to find to make it into the top 7. We'll wait for Spoon. It's like a very tidy line. Let's wait for the exit here. Looked quick. Let's wait for the time. Lost a little bit through this part, so can he gain some time through that final sector into the Cassia Triangle? You go coming around the final turn, staying tight. 59.0 up to P8, still 2/10 behind. We saw purple happening incredibly. Yupe again going for some fresh tires. 4 minutes to go. That's, I don't know, just one flying lap, or maybe two flying laps. Yeah. And Dylan still sitting in P11, improving a little bit. Let's get an onboard impression. Staying away from that inside curve through Dagnar 1, interesting. That's a nice improvement for the CLR Ray Racing driver. Visual Racer improved. Finally, a sub 2-minute lap time. We'll stay with Dylan for the run out of the hairpin towards Spoon Curve. 2 to 3/10 roughly the delta up on his personal best. Will this be the run? Wait for the next sector time. 3:10, getting closer to that top 10 at least. Into the final chicane we go. First gear, interesting choice. P11 improved on the time, but not on position. So it's still Antares for Glockberg Motorsports sitting in P7 with 2 minutes to go on the outlet. Beetlejuice the closest at this stage to challenge Noah Antares for that final spot for the upcoming Super Pole qualifying session. So we saw purple again for Beetlejuice, the first sector. They also were purple after the Dagnars last time around. A bit wide maybe, not sure. No, lost some time. Maybe now back out, cool down, focus on that final push. What about Incredibile? 59.6. There's also 3.5 tenths for Incredibile to find. Xavi, 50. But no, didn't improve earlier. 58.3. J.Lee in P2. Christina, Obelix, Fresh, Philo, and Antares the top 7. Nothing changed for a couple of minutes in the top 7. But there's someone on a flying lap. We wait for Incredibile now to see. Obelix improved the time again. Good preparation for that upcoming Super Bowl. But it's important now to get into the top 7 for those drivers. 2 tenths down, probably not gonna happen for Incredibile. What about Juppe? Ah, that's the final lap. I think he mistimed that to get another lap in. Oh yes, a little bit of a run. 1.5 tenths roughly up on his time. Probably not enough to get the 32 into the top 7, but maybe get past Incredibile in P9, maybe also P8 is possible. We see P9, and that's the end of qualifying for Juppe. So next driver that could challenge, let's go with Beetlejuice. Looked a bit wobbly through the deckers again. Not sure about that. 4 tenths down, no improvement. What about Dylan? Dylan spins it. No, the 12 is out, and we see Philo with a 0.3. Xavi with a 0.2. They're setting now those lap times. It will be interesting for the Super Bowl, definitely. So I think Noah and Terrace for Clockwork Motorsport, they made it through the top 7. Spins the car in Spoon in probably joy. So Beetlejuice was down 3-4 tenths. Don't think they will improve. Will start in P8. Yeah, 4 tenths down. No way you can find. Oh, a big cut. Desperation time. We'll see about that. But so P8 for Beetlejuice, but looks Juppe will stay in P9, Incredibile in P10, Dylan 11th, and we have Artem Crane in P12 for Spider GT, Visual Racer in P13, and Storm Pacer P14 at this stage. So the top 2 teams, the top 2 drivers are battling it out for that pole, probably. But so, with that being said, we have the qualifying results after the first qualifying session with Xavi for Eric's, Hilo for TDR, JD for GT Finland Racers, Obelix for Transatlantic Racing, Pastina for VEZ, Rash for Tavanello Racing, and Noah and Jarvis for Clockwork Motorsports, the top 7. See them in a couple of minutes' time for Super Bowl. Then P8 we have Beetlejuice for GT Finland Racers. Team number 2, Juppe for CLRA Racing, 32 AMG, Credibile second. That team, the Nismo in P10, Dylan, R8 for CLRA Racing number 12. We have Artem Crane for Spider GT, another BMW M6, and then 13 and 14 we have Visual Racer number 7 and Storm Pacer second, Clockwork Motorsports team. Alright, so we have a couple of minutes in between those sessions. So can have probably we bring up those, right? Oh, nice. Leave them on screen until we start Super Bowl. The Super Bowl session itself will be a 10-minute session with the top 7. And yeah, who will get this pole for the race tomorrow? Tomorrow, yeah, 4 hours race here at Suzuka. It looks like it's sunny, cloudy conditions mostly, but you never know at Suzuka. Could see some rain for the qualifying today. No rain is expected. it will dry throughout the entire session. Unfortunately, someone is not happy. I mean, for the drivers, it will be nice, but for the spectators, a little bit of weather drama is always nice if we can see that. Definitely. So yeah, for the upcoming Super Bowl, who's your money on? Is it Philo again, Xavi, or will we see the Porsche 911, the Transatlantic Racing, the German Obelix? Some great lap times so far in the warm-up and also in the first qualifying session, challenging those two drivers for that front row. We also had that BMW J. Lee for GT Finland racers also. Yeah, I mean, it was really, really close. Yeah, still the same. Like, I think that the top 7 were separated by less than 5/10. So that's definitely not a clear favorite for this one. Should be good. Should be good, definitely. Also nice to have that Ferrari and that Porsche. Yeah, up front. Right. So for the 10 minutes, it's like everyone is out on track. Find your gap as usual. And looks like we are ready to start the session. So let's remove this one and go. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, 10 minutes of qualifying action. Oh, also interesting to see the strategy. Out lap, flying lap, back into the pits, repeat, or stay out and lap for 2, 3 rounds to get your lap in. Oh, Jay Lee first out on track, followed by Kilo, Obelix, and Xavi. Oh, they're fighting for position early on that out lap. And Terrace, Christina, and Crash. Our 7 cars and drivers on track for that session. So it looks like now people have found their position on track. Now that's sorted. You don't really want to go for overtakes during that qualifying session. This is also usually not a slipstreaming track, so it's better to concentrate on your own lines. Don't get distracted by another car being too close. And this is exactly how it's ended up probably with this session. So a little bit of a reference in front for the drivers, but not too close to get distracted. And the 66 car J-Lee for GT Finland Racers is about to start Super Pole qualifying. We go on board. Taking the wide line, and now it's go, go, go. Fourth gear through turn 1 and 2. Into the assistors, keeping it in fourth gear. Very stable, I guess then. Otherwise, that rear can be very, very sketchy in that BMW. Now accelerating out of the Dunlop curve, approaching Dagna 1, going over that inside curb. Same for Dagna 2, then straighten up that wheel early. Into the third gear hairpin. Wow, and still get some wheel spin coming out of that hairpin. That's also interesting transmission settings, maybe, with the open setup. Maybe that's what they're aiming for. First two gears very, very short, because you basically don't need them, and then just concentrate on third, fourth, fifth and sixth gear for that track. So approaching 130R, 50, tuck it in, slide lift, and now get ready for the Casio triangle. Again, third gear, not dropping below that one, and fourth gear on the exit. 59.1, that's like just a solid banker lap. We saw 58.23s, I think, towards the end of qualifying one, and after the first timed laps, it is Xavi and Philo 1-2 crash in P3 with Pessina in fourth. Whoa, someone was all over the place. J-Lee in fifth currently, Obelix P6, and Noah and Tarasu sideways in P7, so they're a little bit off pace. Some of those that struggling with that car in that session. So it looks like the drivers are going for a second time lap run. 58.4, don't think this will be the pole time. We will see an improvement probably. We wait for the run to see if Xavi is improving on his own provisional. Nope. What about Philo? Nearly 3/10 behind for now. Oh, that looked like a cut. Not so sure. Maybe just a camera angle. Philo with a 58.3, so Xavi into the pits. getting some fresh boots. Pistina moved up to P3 and Jay Lee in P4. Look at this gap between P3 and P4. That is quite close. Fresh in P5 alongside with Obelix for Transatlantic Racing, third row, and Noah and Terrace P7 currently. Yes, 6 minutes 50 seconds in, so just over 3 minutes to go in this session. Philo improving again. 0.3, I reckon we see a 0.2 for pole. Xavi went for that different approach, changing tires. Philo staying out. Spoon curve for Philo and approaching the 130R. We see the split time appearing any second now. 2/10 down, not the best run. Right, too late to go for it. Some fresh tires, so it's now get ready for that. That's already the final qualifying lap for Philo. Now Chili into the pits, that's too late, probably won't be improving. Obelix up to P5 for Transatlantic Racing, and Philo drifting it through the first turn. Not sure if that's the fastest way to do it. I think he's a bit down on his own sector time coming out of the first sector. No, he's not up by much. So we stay with Philo through the diagonals. Cuts the inside nicely. Third gear exit. Still purple. Bit of a round run through that hairpin, not as tight to the apex as I expected, but hey, I'm not driving it, I'm just going by the visuals. Spoon curve this time, nice to that inside curve, close to it. Now the all-important run uphill towards, again, we wait for the delta to appear. No, lost some time now, so Philo won't be improving on that lap. What about Xavi? Coming out of Spoon. Still down, but not by much, so a close, the final sector, make or break. Will we see an improvement happening? Jelly fresh improved, getting close. No, didn't improve. So Philo 1, Xavi 2, Pistina 3. Jelly in 4th. Obelix finished qualifying in P5, Fresh in P6, and Noah and Terrace the last driver to come round and finish this Super Pole session. Won't be an improvement for position, just for time. So alright, let's bring up the race result then for you and for me. So Philo with the pole position for TDR and Xavi for RX alongside first row start. The top two teams, the top two drivers. Then Cena and Jay Lee, second row start. GTR and BMW M6. Then third row, we have Transatlantic Racing with Obelix and Fresh or Tavanello. And in P7, it's Clockwork Motorsports with Raw and Harris. He will be alongside Beetlejuice in P8 for the second GT Finland Racers team. And the rest will be presented in Discord and on X as usual. The qualifying results will be converted into a nice little graphics and then be shared with you. So yeah, that's it for today. Tomorrow, the race will go green at 2 p.m. GMT. So we have the race start, we have one formation lap, and then, yeah, maybe 2 p.m. and roughly 4-5 minutes after that. So watch out for that. We have, of course, the race covered with live commentary as usual for you guys. So the stream link will go up in a couple of minutes after this stream has finished, so you can bookmark that one early, I guess. Yeah, so thank you for joining and hope to see you tomorrow for the 4 hours at Suzuka, part of the ERF GT Challenge 2024 season. All right, take care and see you soon. Bye bye.